Hello students, I am back with another video of natural resources. So we will start our class with a positive thought, that is, there is no substitution for hard work. So in last class we have already studied about the natural resources, and in that we have already studied about the one type of natural resources, that is water. So in today's class we are going to study about the one more type of natural resources, that is nothing but soil. So as we have already studied, soil is a type of natural resources which is non-living. So in that soil today we are going to cover these all points, that is minerals and water, primary nutrients, it is a house for many living organisms, and salinization, water logging, desertification, soil erosion, and how the soil is being formed. So now I am going to start the video. So today what we are going to study is what are the importance of soil and what is the reason for the losing of soil. So as we have already studied, soil is a non-living natural resource. Why we are calling soil as a natural resource, that to a non-living, because it doesn't have the life, and we have already studied that the things or the organisms which are having the life, those are called as the living things or living natural resources. Since the soil doesn't have any life in it, we call it as the non-living natural resources. So the very first point when we are talking about the minerals, so soil acts as the base, because soil is the main ingredient, or soil is the main reason, or soil is the main product from which the plants are getting the nutrients. For example, the nutrients like nitrogen. As I have already told you, nitrogen is the very important part for the plants for the preparation of the food. But the soil, the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere, that cannot be used by the soil, by the plants directly. So here what they are doing is, there are some bacteria which are present in the soil. They are taking the atmospheric nitrogen, and they are converting into usable form of nitrogen, which is being used by the plants for preparation of the food. And they are providing water to many of the land plants. Soil is the source through which the water is going to the plants. Next, it acts as the primary nutrient. How it acts as the primary nutrient is, when we are talking about the plant, naturally or usually we have seen the farmers spraying the pesticides, chemical fertilizers and all. They are usually using the fertilizers which are mainly the strong they are having the strong amount of NPK. These are the three main elements, that is nothing but nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So it acts as the primary, because when we are talking about the atmosphere, in 100% of the atmospheric gases, about 71% of the atmospheric atmosphere is containing the nitrogen gas. When this nitrogen gas is present in the atmosphere, that is being utilized by the plant, which is being converted by the bacteria called as rhizobium. There is a bacteria called as rhizobium in the soil, which is converting the bacteria into the nitrogen into the usable nitrogen. So it is called as the primary nutrient. So when we are talking about the soil, here it also has it becomes the house for many of the living organism. How it forms the house for many of the living organism? Like when you are seeing in the soil, you can see small insects, you can see the microorganisms, you can see the crabs, you can see the earthworms. So there are many of the organisms which are staying in the soil. So it has become the house of those living organisms. So this is the basic information about the soil. So now what we are going to study is about the reason for which the soil is being lost in the nature. The very first point which we are going to study is about the salinization. So here what is meant by salinization? So salinization is nothing but it is the increase in the water level. Increase in the water level in the sense, for example, when you are planting a plant. When you are planting a plant, you have to give the water to the plant how much it is needed. It will take only the sufficient amount of water which is needed. But when there is a lot of water coming into the field, or when there is a lot of water that is being put to the plant, that is when there is an increase in the water table. It might be for any of the reason. It can be by the flood, it can be by the heavy rain, or it can be any of the reason. So when there is an increase in the water table, when the plant cannot take the water, for example, when you are going to a wedding, common example I will give you. When you are going to a wedding, there are varieties of dishes, but once you are filled with your stomach, but you want to taste all the dishes, but your stomach is only adjusted to some of the dishes. So when you are not able to take that food, though in excitement, or though with in order to taste the food you are taking, but there are some side effects. Either you are having the acidity, or either you are having the loose motion, or there are many of the reasons which you are facing. In the same way, when the plant is not able to take that water, when the plant is not able to take that much amount of water, what happens is it gives the adverse effect on the plant. Either the plant may die, or either the plant may not grow only. So that is meant by salinization. Salinization is nothing but it is the increase in the or rise in the water table when water enters the soil at the higher rate than the rate at which the water is being used from the soil. This is meant by salinization. Next is water logging. Water logging is nothing but the accumulation of soil or the saturation of the soil with water. That is, for example, if there is a pond or if there is a lake, if continuously the soil is going and accumulating there is no passing of water from there. So that becomes the saturated area. That is, the concentration of the soil becomes more than the concentration of the water, or the concentration of the soil becomes equal to the concentration of the water. That is called as the saturation. That is, if both are equal, or if the soil is more than that of the water, that is called as the saturation. So that is meant by water logging. When the soil goes and accumulates continuously in a particular area, that is called as the water logging. That is nothing but saturation of the soil with water. That is called as the water logging. These are the main two reasons, as I have put the star mark there. So these are the two main reasons for the losing of the soil. Next is desertification. The word itself, by the word itself you can see that desert is nothing but where there is no where you are not forming any kind of life. It can be the living organisms, it can be the plants, or it can be anything, or it can be the water bodies. Whatever you see, you are not seeing any type of organisms, plants, anything in the desert, except one plant, that is a cactus. Cactus is the only plant where you are finding in the desert. So here, when you are talking about the soil and when it is related to the desertification, so here desertification is nothing but converting the fertile land into the barren land. Fertile land in the sense where you can grow the crops very well, where there is a growth of plant very nicely, where you are getting a good harvest. That is a fertile land. But when that fertile land is being lost, that is being converted into barren. Barren in the sense where you cannot do anything, where we cannot grow the crops, where you cannot graze the cows and all. That is called as the barren land. Barren in the sense where you cannot do any kind of work. That is called as the desertification. So the definition when you're writing about the desertification, that is nothing but converting the fertile land into the barren land. That is called as the desertification. Next, this desertification is related to one more point. Why this desertification happens? There are n number of reasons. There are n number of reasons for the desertification. It might be the using of chemical, it can be the using of chemical fertilizers, it can be using of pesticides, it can be any of the reasons, or it might be the continuously growing the crops, particular type of crops in that particular area. So even that might be the reason for the desertification. So here how we can reduce the desertification is by doing the alternate. You can do the crop pattern. There are different types of crop pattern. Either you can do the crop rotation. Crop rotation in the sense how you can do the crop rotation is one season if you are putting the pulses, one more season you are putting the cereals. So alternately you are growing both pulses and the cereals. In this way you can reduce the desertification. But nowadays the desertification is increasing because of the increased use of the chemicals, increased use of the chemical fertilizers, increased use of the pesticides, increased use of the nitrogen related pesticides. But when if you want to decrease, you have to use the manures. Manures are nothing but these are the organic products. Like for example, very common example is you can mix the herb, you mix the neem water. You can soak the neem into water and then you can use it as the pesticides. Even this can be used as the manure. This is the best organic insecticide or pesticide. So in this way you can reduce the desertification. Next is the soil erosion. Soil erosion is nothing but when you are continuously using this chemical or chemical fertilizers or pesticides, when you are using it continuously, or sometimes because of heavy rain or because of floods, when the top layer of the soil is being washed away, that effect is called, or that process is called as soil erosion. But because when the soil erosion happens, you cannot expect any kind of growth there. Why you cannot expect any kind of growth there? Because where in the top layer only you are having the maximum amount of nutrients. It can be the nitrogen, it can be the phosphorus, it can be the potassium. When that nutrients are only washed away, you cannot expect any type of growth there. So for that reason, when the top layer of the soil is being washed away, there is a heavy loss for the farmers. Especially this all soil related things, they are usually related to the agriculture, because agricultural field needs a very fertile soil. Fertile in the sense where you can grow a very good harvest, where you can grow a very good crops, where you can get a very good crops. So soil is mostly related to the agriculture. So this is about the soil erosion. So in order to reduce this soil erosion, what you can do is, instead of using the chemical fertilizers, you can use the natural or organic manures. This is about the soil erosion. Next is how the soil is being formed. You have studied soil erosion. There are different types of soil, there are different types of rocks, there are different types of different colors of soil, but you don't know how the soil is being formed. For now, you just remember the soil is being formed by the weathering of rocks. What is meant by weathering of rocks? Weathering of rocks is nothing but where the rocks are in ancient time, when the earth was being during the earth was forming, what happened? Sometimes there are many reasons for the forming of soil. So in your future classes, maybe in your 9th standard, you will study there are 4 to 5 reasons how the soil is being formed. So for now, you just remember, weathering of rock is nothing but when the stones, when the rocks rub with each other, that time when they collide with each other, that time they are broken down into small pieces. When they are broken down into small pieces, those are being broken down and they are settled at the surface of the earth, and that in that way there is the formation of the soil. Because whenever you are seeing the soil is never a fine powder. It is like small granules. They are in the amorphous form. They are in the crystalline form. They are never in the amorphous form. So for that reason they are in the crystalline form, because when they are weathering, they are not colliding in an equal amount. They are colliding naturally. It is not like they are not said that you have to collide, and they are colliding and they are giving the definite particular shape. That is a natural process. So commonly just remember, formation of soil is nothing but it is caused by the weathering of rocks. So this is about soil, the importance of soil, and the reason for the losing of soil, and the how the soil is being formed. So when you are talking about the soil, it is our major duty. It is our major duty to conserve the soil. So here is some activity for you. Just go through the soil which is surrounding you, and just make a point how you can conserve the soil. Make a point how you can conserve the soil. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. Hope you all have understood what about the soil. Thank you.